Hi everyone, it's Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. This is Flosstube number 29. Today is Saturday, October 6th, and I am so excited about all the things I have to show you today. So a couple things I just want to talk about before I guess I show you stitching. I wanted to talk about the app I mentioned in my last video. It's called X-Stitch Plus. I got the Plus version. There's also just X-Stitch app. The Plus version is $9.99 a year, and the regular version is, I believe, $2.99, like one-time fee. I've been trying to figure out what the big difference is between the two. I'm not entirely sure that you get like tons more features for the Plus version, but I actually really like the app and I don't mind supporting the designer by paying $10 a year to use it. So I just did that. But my best guess between the two is that with the Plus version, you have more photos allowed. When you're tracking your projects, you're allowed to attach up to 5 photos to each project. And I think with the regular one, the regular version, maybe just 1 photo. But I'm not 100% sure about that. The Plus version also has in the inventory section, it lets you do Mill Hill beads, and I don't think the regular version does. And then the Plus version has a fabric calculator, like a stitch count calculator. So I think those are the big differences. I could be wrong. Either way, I'm actually really loving this app. So I would absolutely recommend it. I think that the $3 version is probably fine and would probably suit most people's needs. But like I said, I don't mind paying $10 a year for the Plus version. So that's what I'm doing, and it's awesome. I did finally inventory my entire collection. No, let me backtrack that. I inventoried all of my whips and all of my fancy flosses. I have not inventoried all of my charts, like my unstarted charts, because sweet baby Jesus, ain't nobody got time for that. I can't even imagine how long that would take. So all I did was inventory like projects I have started, so whips. And there were plenty of those, don't get me wrong. But there is an option where you can inventory all your charts. So if you only had like a more reasonable amount of charts in your stash, you might want to inventory all of those. Certainly helpful to avoid buying the same chart twice, which I actually haven't done despite my large number of charts that I own. But anyway, I didn't do that. I just did my whips and I just did all my flosses. And let me tell you, that is the most beautiful thing about this app. And if you are, if you have a lot of whips and you don't buy a full set of floss for every one, like if you will buy like 1 hickory sticks and use it in 2 or 3 projects if it only calls for like a small amount, this app will help you so much to keep track of your floss. When I didn't have that many whips, it wasn't a big deal. Like I would just, buy what I needed. And when I wanted to start a new project and I was like, I know I have hickory sticks around here somewhere. I think it's in this project, and I would go and I'd find it. It wasn't that big of a deal. But as my whip number grew and grew and grew, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare to try to find my flosses and not really knowing for sure which projects they were in. It led to me buying some duplicates. I own 5 roasted chestnuts by Classic Colorworks. And I don't need 5 of them, let me tell you. And it would also lead me to, like, I'd be at my LNS, or I'd be trying somewhere, like, buying my floss, and I would, like, say, I think I have that, like, I'm pretty sure I have that, so I won't get it today. And then come to find out I didn't have it. So, the app is wonderful because you record all the flosses you have, but then there's this, you can put notes. So what I do is, I write Gentle Arts apple cider. And then in the notes, I write, I'm using it in Heartstring Samplery, coffee, not coffee saves, no, coffee saves lives. Yeah, like I'm using it in that. And then underneath that, I'll write, I'm using it in Stacy Nash, Christmas at Hollyberry Farm, or whatever. I can write all the projects I use it in. And so then when I do, you know, pull out one of those projects and apple cider's missing, I can go look in the other two and see if it's in there. Like, it definitely is going to cut down on me searching for floss. And also I know what I have. If I'm at my LNS and I bought a spontaneous pattern and I'm trying to kit it up and I can't remember if I have this or that floss, I can actually have that app right there on my phone, and it's going to tell me, you know, you do have 2 skeins of this and you're using it in one project, so you're good. You don't need to buy it again. You know, so it's just, it's going to change my life, my stitching life. I know it. So I definitely recommend that app. It's called X, like capital X, Stitch Plus is the one I'm using. Or get the regular. It's all good. So anyway, so I finally took a whip count. Because I inventoried all my whips. So the final count was actually a little lower than I thought. So I thought I was somewhere around 100. And I've been very nervous about not wanting to go over 100, but I thought I was probably around 100. And if you all remember, if you've been watching me a while, in April, May, and June, I did 50 new starts with Ginger from Gigi and Stitches because she challenged me for Stitch Mania to do 50. So there you go. So there's 50 right there, because I don't think I finished, I don't know if I finished any of those. Maybe 1 or 2. Anyway, final number was 85. So it was a little less than I thought, but I've had a couple of finishes recently, and more importantly, I abandoned a couple of things, but I'm going to restart most of them. And so I think I lost like 5 in just like giving up or you know, planning a restart. So like I lost 5 there, and then I finished a couple. I mean, I do think I was close to 100, but I'm happy I'm not at 100. And I've had a couple finishes. So my whips right now are 85, but I have a bunch of new starts planned for Darktober stitching. So I'm gonna be back up there again. But I've got some finishes in the pipeline. I can feel it. I've got some finishes coming. I've had a few finishes. Let me show some finishes while we're talking about it. Okay, so first of all, I had 2 finishes for my Harry Potter exchange because I'm an overachiever and I did 2 for my partner. But I can't show you those because they're all packaged up and they were supposed to be mailed today. I get to the post office and the self-serve kiosk says out of order. So my Harry Potter swap partner, who you don't know who you are, because it's a surprise, your package is coming. It's coming eventually. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to fix that, and I don't know when I'm supposed to get to the post office during normal business hours. I think I'm going to have to, like, Monday after work, go to a different post office, like, on the way home and hope that their self-serve kiosk is not out of order. Anyway, I can't show you guys what I stitched because it's all wrapped up and ready to go. But I took some pictures and I'll put them on Instagram in a little while, not right away, because I want my partner to get her package first before I put those on Instagram. So I had 2 finishes there. And then I finished the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery I Love Fall, and I had showed this in my last video that I was working on this, so I finished it. This is 28 count Monaco that I tea and coffee dyed. I haven't finished it yet, but I think I will. I hope to finish that soon so I can actually display that now. It took a lot longer to stitch than it looks. They always look so small and cute, and then they kind of take you think they're going to take like 2 days, and they take like 5. But it's all good. It's really cute. And I'll do something really cute with it. So that was one finish. And then my other finish, so this was totally spontaneous. I had like no plans to start this. I actually bought this pattern thinking this would be a gift I could do for my mom for Christmas. So Stacy Nash Primitive Spotted Chicken Sewing Bag and Pen Keep. And my mom loves chickens. Like she's always had like decorated a country style with chickens. And so I bought the, I love everything Stacy Nash. I was at my LNS a couple weeks ago and I was just looking through the Stacy Nash and I saw this. I was like, oh, I'm going to get that. I'll make something for my mom. And then I was like, it's going to be for Christmas. And then I started thinking about it. Her birthday is at the end of October. And I was like, and I started, which is fine, but I started thinking, okay, all of October, I want to stitch like Halloween. All of November, I'm going to want to stitch like fall and Thanksgiving. And then all of Christmas, or all of December, I'm going to want to stitch Christmassy stuff. So I was like, when am I going to have time to stitch this? So I decided, this was like the last week of September, or the last few days of September. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just bang that out right now. And I'll give it to her for her birthday instead of Christmas. So I did this top one. This one's really super cute too, but I did this top one and I'm going to finish it not with the same fabric, but kind of the same. I think I'm going to do a long pen keep with like some pretty fabric here. So, but not velveteen or whatever that is. So here's my finish. And it's, this freaking chicken, no, it's a rooster. This rooster took forever. And it used a whole skein of apple cider. This is 32 count Nikki's Creation. I think it's called Old England. And it was just a little scrap I had left. And I had to stitch it in hand because I couldn't fit it like in a Q-snap or anything. So, ow, that was very crampy. I don't recommend that. But I knew I didn't need a lot of margin since I'm going to sew it into a roll, a pin keep thing. I didn't need much margin. So, there you go. My apple cider was darker than this one, I thought. Like, I thought mine turned out a lot darker. But maybe not. Whatever. I like it. It's cute. My mom will like it. So, those are my 2 finishes that I can show. And, I don't think, unfortunately, you're going to get to see the fully finished of this one. I'll take a picture and put it on Instagram when I do that. Because I am going to Kansas City next week for a wedding. And I'll be there for the weekend. And so I think I'm going to take this with me. My mom's birthday is October 26th, so I think I'm just going to take this with me and give it to her then. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have something so exciting to show you guys. I got my Harry Potter swap partner exchange. I don't really know what the official title is. Harry Potter mini exchange or something. So Candy Stitches and Minty Stitcher hosted this exchange. So I signed up and I got my person, and I can't tell you who that is because she hasn't gotten her package yet. But I got my package, and holy crap. You guys are gonna die. You're gonna die. Okay, first of all, I open it up and I have this super cute little envelope, which I kind of opened all janky, but it's got like a Harry Potter seal. And where's my letter? There it is. And this cute, this cute card. And I open it up, and it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. I know her. I know her. I'm so excited, you guys. There were tears. Tears were shed. I'm still so excited. And then she wrote me a very, very sweet note, which is not for your eyes. You know, I'm so excited. I'm still so excited. I was so excited. Okay, so she went above and beyond. Like, really, this is too much, Audrey. So I got this awesome tote bag. It's very sturdy too. Like, it is a nice sturdy bag with the Gryffindor. I mean, not the Gryffindor, the whole Hogwarts seal crest. Okay, I'm gonna show you all the goodies and then show you what she stitched me last. Okay, yeah. So she sent these white lint Lindor truffles. And she's like, these are my fave. I hope you like them. Audrey, what you don't know is these are my favorites too. These are my favorites. I love these. Whenever I want to buy like some nice chocolate for myself, this is what I get. And this is the flavor I get too. Oh, I love these. How did you know? Then there's this cute little bag. And, oh, this is so exciting. Okay. So she sends me all these beautiful flosses because I said that purple was my favorite color. Like, we filled out a little questionnaire that was like, who's your favorite character? What house are you in? Which, FYI, if you guys care, I'm a Gryffindor, like 100%. And my favorite, all-time favorite, I love all of the characters, but my favorite is Hermione because we're the same person, basically. I was Hermione in school. I was the insufferable know-it-all who didn't have very many friends because I didn't know how to not be an insufferable know-it-all. Okay, so anyway, I very much relate to Hermione. And my favorite color is purple, so she sent me all these beautiful DMCs in beautiful purple colors. Ooh, I just realized, oh, I didn't even notice. These are the new ones. Oh, I don't have any of these. Oh, that's very exciting. These are the new DMCs that came out, I don't know, it's been a while now, but that are the low numbers, like they're in the 30s. And so, yeah, that's awesome because I don't have those, so that's very wonderful. She did send me an awesome Gryffindor decal because, like I said, I'm a Gryffindor. I was so excited about this because I've had this saved on my Etsy for like ever and ever. She got me a 3 broomsticks needle minder. Do you know how many times I've almost bought this for myself? And a cool 3 broomstick sticker. I love this needle minder. That's incredible. Incredible. And then this thing was in there. And I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure what this is. It says seam fix. And what I think it is, this is a guess. Because this is like rubbery. I think this is like after you frog, you rub this to like pick up all the threads you just frogged off, I think. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, and then the project she stitched for me. It's so amazing, you guys. It is so amazing. Okay, first of all, it's supposed to, the rules, if I remember right, it was like a small project that you're supposed to stitch. And by the way, I bought like 3 patterns on Etsy for my partner. And then when I actually like looked, I was like, oh, those are humongous. Like, that's not small. I can't stitch that. They weren't like outrageously big, but like they ended, like some of them were like over 200 they were big. And so anyway, I finally settled on a smaller one. But Audrey did not stitch me a small project. She stitched me a big one. But I love it. I love it. It is, I think it is my favorite quote from Harry Potter. And I think this is what I put on my, like, one of the questionnaire questions was, what's your favorite quote? And I think I said this was my favorite one. I can't remember. Anyway, I love it. I love it so much. And I've had this pattern saved on Etsy, but I haven't stitched it, believe it or not. So I'm just verklempt, you guys. I feel like I'm going to start crying again. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. Audrey, it's so pretty. She did a beautiful finishing too. So it's got this like lace edge. You probably can't see that, huh? It's got this lace edge. It's backed in, so it's a flat fold, like a Vonna flat fold. I don't know if that's who she, you know, I don't know if it's a Vonna flat fold, but Vonna's got a tutorial that shows you how to do this. The back is this amazing Quibbler fabric. And you can't really see the fabric in here, but it's incredible too. Maybe you can see it. It's like this black smoky. Oh, it looks so cool. It's like Dementor or something. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. It's fabulous. Oh, I love it. I love it. I had so much fun opening this package. Like, it was just one fantastic treat after another. And I love it. Here, let's just one last time. I believe this will be going up here. So look for that next video. Thank you so much, Audrey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Okay. I think we all need a moment to recover. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm getting verklempt. Okay, haul and Darktober plans. So Darktober, Michelle Cozy Egg and Emily C. Eclectic Possessions have started this. I believe they started it last year because in October we had a Friday the 13th. So they decided to stitch like dark, creepy patterns or whatever all of October. And then they've continued with Dark 13 stitching, where every 13th of the month they pull out their creepy Halloween-y stuff. So I decided I wanted to do Darktober this month because I have lots of Halloween creepy stuff and I wanted to do it. The Facebook group, The Stitchers Coven, which is run by Amy DeVille. Hi, Amy. I love you. She is, she's kind of now like unofficially, I think, hosting some of this Darktober stuff because we've all been like kind of posting on there on the Stitchers Coven about our plans and our patterns we're buying and all that. She's also hosting another Sal that's called Horrorween. So really anything like Halloweenish, horror, creepy, whatever, you can tag it Horrorween TSC Sal, and then we can all see it. So anyway, I decided I wanted to join in, and so I've got some haul that I bought specifically for that, and then just random haul too. So I'll just show you whatever. So first of all, let me show you the non-Darktober stuff. I got my Jane Austen needle minder for the Jane Austen Sal that I'm doing. I showed in the last video, I believe, and it's called Works of Jane Austen Sal, and that is the Facebook group as well. So you have to join the Facebook group, and then that'll teach you how to get the pattern. Like there's a doc you have to do to get the pattern. So anyway, she made needle minders and I bought one. And it says a bad word. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so that came in. And then Jan Hicks. Jan Hicks enabled me. She showed this in her last Flosstube and I had to go get it. It's the Scarlet House, American Farmhouse. This is a club. I guess I should have gotten more information about this, huh? What's the place called where you get this? Oh, I hope it's on here. Nope, sure isn't. Wow. There's an L and S that I cannot remember the name of. Jan has all the information on her video. Anyway, they're doing, every few months they're releasing that doesn't help you. Every few months they're releasing a series in this Farmhouse series. And so there's one that's been released already. It was Heartstring Sampler. I believe it's all sold out. I couldn't get that one. But I'm going to get the next two. I think one is Plum Street. And I cannot think who the other one is, but another like awesome, well-known designer. It's escaping me right now. And you get, and so you don't, the next two, we don't know what they're going to look like. But it's a full kit. You get all the floss, you get the fabric. And she showed this and I just had to have it. I love the quilts up here. So I went and did that. Okay, I think everything else is this Darktober stuff. So, one thing I'll be stitching for my Darktober. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you guys. I settled on I'm going to do 13 projects. Some are new starts, some are projects I've already started. I'm going to do 13 because I could do more. I could do like 20 something, but it was just going to get out of control and it was definitely going to send my whip count over 100. So I settled on 13. So one of them is by the Little Stitcher, which is, I bought it on Etsy, and it's called the Addams Family, and I've had this favorited for 100 years, and I finally just bought it. Oh, isn't that awesome? So that's one of my 13. I also went a little bit Barbara Anna crazy again because I love Barbara Anna so much. I got the Rampant Cat Sampler. I think Emily C. I want to say she just got this too. Maybe I made that up. Somebody just got this. Look at it. It's amazing. It's incredible. So that's one of my 13. And then I got another Barbara Anna called Hocus Pocus. And that's also one of my 13. Okay, now this one is not for my 13. I did love this design so much. I'm not going to do it for Darktober, but I think I'll do it in November because it's autumn themed, so it'll still work. So it's by an Etsy seller called Pinochka, P-U-N-O-C-H-K-A, and it's called Autumn Tea Party, and it's super duper cute. Look it. And it'll be cute and fun and quick, right? That'll be quick. So, I didn't think it was creepy enough for Darktober. I mean, it was in my short list, but I needed to narrow it down to 13, you know. So, this will be stitched this season most likely, but not for Darktober. Okay, so the rest of my haul is whips too, like mixed in with my whips. So, or maybe this is all of, no, yeah, this is all of it. Okay. But I started this. So I finally succumbed to a Heaven and Earth Designs pattern because they were having the sale. And I love Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I love her artwork. I forgot to bring it in here. But I have a bunch of it on display up here, way up here where you can't see. And I have some on my Halloween table out in the front. some of her prints. And so I really have wanted to do one of her patterns, but I've been intimidated by the fact that the Heaven and Earth Designs patterns are so enormous. So I went through and I looked at her minis and tried to find a small one, and I did. I found one that's 261 by 325. I know that's not small, but that's small for a Haid. It's called Mini Milagros La Luna. I actually have this print. It's on my Halloween table right now. She has 2 other Sugar Skull girls, but they haven't made them into Heaven and Earth. This is the only Sugar Skull one she has right now. I'm doing this on 28 count, 1/1, because let me tell you guys, my other full coverage piece that I started is on 22 count, and 1 thread was not enough coverage, but 2 threads is a disaster nightmare. I hate stitching on it, I gotta be honest, and I think it's really putting me off of working on it. It's way too crowded. It's like, it's a fight. It's a fight to get every stitch in because they're so squeezed in tightly. So I knew I didn't want to do that again, but I wanted it to be small. I didn't want a big, huge piece, you know? So I'm doing, I bought a really loose count, 28 count. This is actually, Charles Craft. It's right over here. Hold on. Irish linen, Charles Craft Irish linen, which is like a nice loose weave. And I'm doing 1/1, and this is my little start. I still have to fight a little bit, like on some of the stitches. Oh, there's hair on that. I have to fight a little bit, but not like I do with the 22 count. And the coverage with 1 thread is perfect. There's no like white spots gaping through. So, I love this, but I had to put it down because I need to work on other stuff, but I really do like it. Here's what I really like. The colors are so wonderful, and you're not just stitching tons of black. As you can see, I'm already into fun colors, like immediately. So it's just such a joy, like, to not have these like dark, gnarly colors. There's just so many pretty colors in there, so that's fun. Okay, and then another start I had was Good Morning Maui, Hocus Pocus. This isn't, I bought this, I showed this in last video's haul. This is what it's gonna look like. I am gonna change this. I think I'm gonna make it say Amuck, Amuck, Amuck. I'm gonna watch this movie today. So I'm doing this on 28 count that I hand dyed myself. And here's where I got. This is 2 days of stitching. Ignore this. This is getting frogged. This was my Harry Potter Armada Designs class schedule Sal that I abandoned. So, but I loved the fabric. I didn't want to abandon that. So I need to like rip out that frame. But I thought the fabric was great for this piece. There's Winnie. Okay, so those are all my whips. So all I have left to show you is my Darktober plans. So I've already showed you, oh, so this Haid was one of my Darktober stitches as well. Actually, this is what we started off. That was my first October 1st start. Okay, so what else do we have? We've got another Etsy pattern, Samplers and Stories, Herbal Grimoire. This will be started this month. Away we ride, Blackbird Designs. I ended up having all of the threads for this except for Garden Gate, which is out of stock everywhere online. And at my LNS. It's mostly in the border though, so I'm just gonna stitch this stuff. And I'll, you know, eventually I'll get Garden Gate, or more likely I'll just pick something else. I think Hickory Sticks might be close to it, so I might do that. Another one that's going to be in my Dark 13 Darktober plans is this, another Etsy seller, the Witchy Stitcher Ouija board. Oh, sorry about that glare. This also comes with the planchette. But I'm counting that all as like one. One that didn't, I'll show you the ones that didn't make the cut after. Okay. The Primitive Needle Black Sky. This was my unicorn pattern, and thanks to a fellow cross stitch fairy, it's on loan. It's not, I don't own it, it's on loan. And Michelle Bindi Stitchy's gonna start this too, so we're gonna sell it together. But I'm only gonna work on it a couple days this month. But then I'll get back to it. Okay. This one made the 13 because I think it'll be really quick. So it's Hands to Work, my favorite primitive stitching bags. And I'm gonna do this one. And then at Christmas, I'll probably do that one. Isn't that cute? That didn't make the cut. That didn't make the cut. This is one I've already started. It won't be a new start. It's the Primitive Hair, Lizzie Borden. Very fitting for Darktober. Let me show you what I've got on there. I hand dyed this fabric. That's all I got. Creepy. The Primitive Hair freebies I was talking about, how I'm doing the Wheel of the Year. There's one for October 31st, Samhain. So I'll be doing that then. And I've already done Mabon, which was like September 22nd, 23rd. I'll show it to you, why not? There it is. I tea and coffee dyed this fabric. It's a big old piece of fabric. And they're going to go in a wheel around. So Samhain will go here. Also, another start, not a new start, but one I've already started that made the cut, is the Primitive Needle Witch's Hollow. Wanted to get back to this beautiful thing. And I'm doing this on 40 count, picture this plus Murky with all the called for threads, which are like 100 weeks dye works. And here's my Hocus Pocus needle minder. So here's that. It's turning out fantabulously. It's turning out so good, you guys. I love this fabric so much. Okay. What else do we have? That didn't make the cut. That didn't make the cut. Okay, so is that 13? Let me just look at my list, make sure I showed them all to you. Yes, 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 yes. Yep. That was 13. Let me show you what didn't make the cut, not because I didn't love them, but because I wanted to get down to 13. What didn't make the cut, but we'll stitch eventually, you know, I'll still stitch on these someday. Stacy Nash Blackwater Hollow Sampler. Until we meet again. Pain-Free Crafts, Never Say Die. This is the one that gives me fits to work on. It wasn't a hard decision not to work on this one. Kanicki's Raven Moon Nevermore. I did want to get to this, but I had to narrow it down somewhere. I started this one last year for October 31st, and I'm not even going to get to it this year. Plum Street Samplers Jack's Bash. I do plan in the future, though, to do, like, Witchy Wednesdays or something like that, so I'll hopefully keep working on these. Stacy Nash, The Good Witch Pen Keep. I know, Andrea in Colorado, we're supposed to sell that, but it didn't make the list. Another one that didn't make the list, I don't know why. I love it. Barbara Anna Designs, The Branch. Come with me All Hallows Night. Someday, Barbara Anna, someday. Okay, that was it. That was all the ones that didn't make the cut. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got. We're closing in on 40 minutes, so we got to get out of here. We got to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to jump in with Darktober stitching, just use the hashtag Darktober. It's going to be so awesome, you guys. It's going to be a blast. All right. Until next time. Bye.